Welcome to another episode of the Brown Couch Bros, your go-to Detroit sports podcast.
That's right. I'm your boy Jess, a.k.a. A-Game. We're here to bring the latest and the greatest from the D, the 313.
And it's your boy, The Loaf, ready to dive right into the heart of Detroit sports with two of my guys, the Honcho and the A-Game.
Lions, Tigers, Pistons, Red Wings, PSL Sports, Michigan State, we got you covered.
We'll break down the games, analyze the stats, and give you the hot takes that you didn't know you needed.
Plus, we bring you some amazing guests, legends of the game, Detroit historians, here to share their insights and stories.
So grab a seat on the couch, kick back, and let's get into the action.
Here we go.
Welcome to another episode of the Brown Couch Bros.
Brown Couch Bros, man, we back-to-back, 2 Wednesdays in a row. We made it.
We made it.
We hadn't been back-to-back in a while because, of course, we was on a little hiatus, but the consistency is coming back.
Yeah, life is happening around us. That's what's happening.
When they say life is life.
Life.
Brown Couch Bros, we are back, as you can clearly see. And we getting ready, man. We ready for this. Let's go, man.
I feel like I'm in a Twilight Zone. I should be laying on this couch like do. As much crazy mess is going on in sports this week, man.
Baby.
But hey, in customary fashion, man, let's toast it up,
Toast.
man.
Bam. Hit your long distance.
Yeah, no doubt.
Boom.
Welcome to the psychiatrist, the therapist
The
chair,
therapist
couch.
Man.
Jess, what you got for your tip off?
So my tip off, man. So I'm just throw a few names out at to you. The Glove, the Diesel, the Kid. I'm moving sports.
Mm-hmm.
You know these names. The Black Mamba. If I say that, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Right.
If I say I'm talking about the Iceman, who you think I'm talking about?
George Gervin.
And is there any other?
No.
Caleb Williams, what you doing? What you doing? That's my tip off. Young fellas.
Learn your history.
And read the room. No.
Wait a minute.
You can't be the Iceman?
Hell no.
No, I missed this.
Oh, you ain't been reading
No,
about
I
that?
missed this. What happened?
So, go ahead, since this is,
So Caleb Williams went to legalize or to patent him being the Iceman.
Because his comeback wins in Chicago.
Yes.
In the
Caleb
cold.
Williams. And the Iceman said, whoa. I've been the Iceman for 47 years. down at Easter.
San Antonio,
I've been the
ABA.
Iceman for years.
Right.
I got the poster. Baby.
You got the poster.
What is Caleb Williams doing?
Who calls him that?
He called himself that.
Well,
Crazy.
you know LeBron did give himself the name the King.
But
He did do that.
it was the only king. So whatever.
Yeah,
But
okay.
don't piggyback. Ain't nobody else calling themselves Magic because we know who this is.
How old is Caleb Williams?
He a young fella.
25,
25,
24.
26,
Yeah, he has no idea who.
How
He has
can
no
you
idea.
not?
Well, I mean, he's
Lord.
young dude.
Anyway, so that's my tip. But we won't touch on it. But damn it, young fellas, know your role. Read the room. Stay in line. And find your own nickname.
There you go.
There you go.
I'm with it. What you got for your tip off, Webb?
Man, my tip off is really simple. I know we don't cover it a lot, but the Detroit Red Wings, man, we struggling again. When I was coming up as a kid, Stevie Y was the guy. He the general manager, team president of the Detroit Red Wings. And I love my idols. He a Hall of Famer. He got a statue hanging outside where it used to be Joe Louis Arena. But I hate to say it, but if Stevie Y, we don't make the playoff this year, they might have to let him go, man. And, he sit up there with the Isaiahs of the world, the Barry Sanders of the world, the Calvin Johnsons of the world. He's a Hall of Famer. When you talk about Detroit hockey,
Detroit Mount Rushmore.
next to Gordie Howe.
Yeah.
So we had made the playoffs in 10 years, man. And he kind of almost like in that we got great prospects in the minor league system, but he's scared to make moves with him as far as trade. We need to be a little bit more physical on the front line. Got a decent goaltender, but if we don't make the playoffs, I hate to say it, Stevie Y, you got to get up out of here, brother.
It's hard to fire a legend. Man.
It's hard to fire a legend, but
you got to
go.
ask him to leave.
You got to go. You ask him to leave.
You don't fire him. You ask him to leave.
You got to go.
Are you asking me nicely?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be my tip off, man. Yeah.
Man, for my tip off is real quick. I got 3 words. College is expensive. I got my first bill from Morgan State for my son. And I don't even want to count the number of zeros was in that bill. College is expensive. Stay in the gym.
Work on
Get
your
a
game.
scholarship.
Right.
Yeah,
Work on your game. Get your grades right. College is expensive. It's almost a highway robbery, man. It's the way they charging people for college, man. But fortunately for my son, we gonna get some money from some other places and all that, so he'll be just fine, man. But college is expensive.
It's a hustle.
Man,
It's a hustle.
It's only a hustle if you don't get your degree.
The presidents is
Now,
a hustle.
if TJ don't come out of there with a degree, then it's something wrong.
Yeah.
Oh well, Jeff, and that's a must. You don't come out of there with a degree. Don't come back.
Don't come back home.
Don't come back. Don't come back because you owe me.
I'll let you move in, TJ. We'll get you taken care of.
But Jess, man, where they do that at, man?
No, what they talking about,
What
bro?
they talking about?
So, man, so we had the NCAA. We had a couple of faux pas down the stretch. It's hard to feel bad for any Duke player. Let's just say that. But when people start talking about what was the biggest, locally here we have the timeout. We know that was a faux pas.
Yeah.
We have the Duke situation the other night. Even the way Kentucky guarded Christian Laettner on that inbound. So the question was, does any faux pas outside of anything I just named, the way Carolina defended, and I'm probably using a couple of them, the way Carolina defended Villanova, the best shooter inbounded the ball, nobody got the trailer, and he came down, hit the game winner. Have you seen anything that I haven't mentioned that stands out in the NCAA tournament that we can put our finger on?
NCAA tournament. I thought you was gonna go maybe in other sports also.
I got one.
Go ahead.
They didn't block out Lorenzo Charles on that shot.
NC State.
Oh yeah.
It was uncontested offensive rebound. It was almost a lob.
He was by himself.
By himself.
It was a lob.
Nobody checked him out. Nobody boxed him out.
So,
I don't think it's a bigger. I mean, hate to say it.
Somebody turned on the heat.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad. Now I can stop shivering.
The chill bumps is fading away.
Yeah, I thought we ain't paid a bill. Man. I don't think there's a bigger faux pas than the timeout. I don't think it's a bigger one.
So the only pushback I give you on that is because that may not have changed the outcome of that game. Only because they would have had to come down and score.
Now, what about the faux pas when Brown threw the ball to Worthy in the NCAA championship game? Georgetown, Georgetown, North Carolina. Came down, boom, 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 boom. That was the game.
This game changed.
Right. It's game changing.
And that's the only pushback I have on you on that.
I think.
Although I think they would have scored.
Because of possession before that they scored.
Yeah.
So it was. I mean, I like their chances to be able to at least get a foul and get 2 free throws out the deal. But I don't know. There's a bigger one.
Let me ask y'all this, and it's kind of on topic but off topic. Somebody posted the other day, I seen on Facebook, who's the better team? This starting 5 for Michigan or the Fab 5?
I don't even think you can compare the Fab 5 because, well, I'll put it this way. This team got to win it. If this team doesn't win it, then, we could talk about them and the Fab 5. Still, the 89 team is the best team.
Because they won the championship. That's what I was about to say.
You could talk about Trey's team.
Trey Burke.
Trey Burke's team. They made it to the final game. Mention them. I mean, you got 3 guys that made it to the NBA off that team. So, I mean, there are other teams, that you could be compared to that didn't win it. You're gonna compare this group Going to compare two teams that didn't win it? Okay, go ahead and have that conversation. I don't even want to. I mean, what is that? Losers bracket.
Yeah.
But if they win it, now you got to talk about them in comparison
89.
to the 89 team.
Right,
Glenn Rice, Ramil Robinson.
I give Jalen credit for when he was asked that question.
Yeah, he said it.
And he said it. He compared them to 89.
Mm-hmm.
And I know deep inside he thinks that, what they would have done to this team. Just even as freshmen, even as second year guys.
Mm-hmm.
Second year guys, I think they would have took care of this team. That's me. But again, if they win it, then you do have to do the comparison with 89 and them.
Mm-hmm.
But so yeah, I see what you're saying with that.
Yeah,
I see exactly what you're saying.
Well, must be the money, man.
Hey, man, once again, my Lions, man, they just don't want to do people right, man.
Ooh.
They want people, they made Barry pay back when he retired some of his signing bonus.
Yeah.
Made Calvin pay back $1.8 million.
Yeah.
Now they going after Frank Ragnow signing bonus of about $1.5 million.
Yeah.
I know it's business.
Is Ragnow or Decker? Which one?
Ragnow.
Okay.
Yeah. No, they didn't want to pay Decker $21 million.
Okay,
They just we're gonna release you.
So
You're
Frank
done.
Yeah.
Frank. I'm always been for the players, man. This guy went out there and sacrificed his time, his money. The injuries
he went through.
He played hard. Probably the greatest, and it might not be a big to do, but the greatest Lions center, next to probably your boy Raiola. He was there for a while,
yeah, Raiola
but we wasn't winning with Raiola.
Right.
We've been winning with Frank Ragnow. So for the Lions to go back and ask, and the guy was about to come back out of retirement last year.
Probably to keep it.
Well, I don't know the parameters of that, but I do know that this guy Rod Wood, the president, who don't really know, supposed to be football orientated. He don't know. He be on the business side. Well, this is a business deal, so
business
they want 1.5 back to go towards some cap relief that maybe they can sign other players. But the Lions didn't go out this offseason and sign nobody to really put them over the top. So my thing is, let the guy keep the money and and keep it moving. But they're not gonna do that. 2 Hall of Fame players had to pay back money.
Well, last week you was cool with the Lions signings. I mean, nothing.
No,
they didn't make a splash.
They didn't make a splash.
But you said they were solid.
They were solid.
So
yeah.
I mean,
but this $1.5 million is not gonna change how they do business. You get 1.5 from Ragnow. Okay, you're going to go out and sign another $1.5 million player or less. Or maybe 2 players for $750K.
Or practice squad guys.
Whatever.
Who can help you right now because Ragnow can't help you.
He can't help you.
So
I just look back at this, and they stay away from the program. After they retire, the Barry Sanders of the world, the Calvin Johnson, they didn't speak for a long time, until they gave Calvin, they rewarded Calvin. I think they gave him money back. Barry has a job for life.
I was going to say,
Barry make $1 million a year off the Lions.
What they did is made sure it was okay. They made it right. But what's the deal? Like, what is the rule here? Did Ragnow know if he didn't satisfy his agreement? That he had to pay back his money?
It states that when you retire.
I don't know that I can be mad at that.
No, it's business.
It's the team's choice whether or not they go after you for the money or not. And they decided to go after him for the money.
Well, they went after a Hall of Famer. And they went 2 Hall of Famers. Ragnow's not going to be a Hall of Famer.
Ragnow's not a Hall of Famer. Everything is thrown out the window if you can't hoop. Like we talking about guys who are Hall of Famers, man.
And they had to pay back money.
They had to pay back money. What you think gonna happen to Ragnow?
In this climate, it was 2 black Hall of Famers. Detroit, you couldn't treat Ragnow any different.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Just in this climate,
I agree.
That could on the surface come up. Like, wow, y'all took Bears, y'all took Cal.
Yeah.
What y'all gonna let dude keep his?
Exactly.
What we doing?
Yeah.
So, you on the surface, I got to keep it the same.
Come off the bread,
business.
bro.
Then
come off that bread.
Right.
But you also don't have to let us know either. But you keep that in-house.
You keep it in-house.
It ain't public information.
We don't know who else they've done this to.
That's just going to Frank Ragnow saying, hey, look, Frank, you're going to have to give us back 1.5 or your signing bonus that was prorated.
But we can also take care of you on the back end. Give it back to us.
And we don't have to know nothing about it.
Yeah, man. But no, they shot it. They put it out there just in case Frank said something or players start to say something. I mean, they inoculated all of us. They said, no, we're going to take this money and we're going to tell everybody we're taking this money. I don't have no problem with that at all. I have no issue with that. The only thing that would give me pause is that how do players view this? Like, how do other players around the league view teams coming after them for signing bonuses when they don't fulfill the contract? Is that going to impede the Lions' ability to attract free agents, to keep good guys that they have because of how they being treated? That's the only thing that gives me pause. Other than that, business is business. So
I think that's only going to impact guys that's close to the end in conversations. You know what I'm saying? A guy like Jamar Gibbs, he don't. I'm getting my money. I'm gonna be good because I'm gonna fulfill my next 5 years, or whatever. You don't know that because of injury. You don't know. Let's take a guy like take a guy like Amon-Ra. Let's say his signing bonus was at the time $10 million. Yeah. Something happened. He have a career, knock on wood that doesn't happen. He have a career-ending injury this year. Well, you would be a fool to take it because you look bad as once again, okay, Amon-Ra, you can't play no more. You retire. Well, you owe us $5 million of that signing bonus.
It depends on.
But it's no different. Sideways.
It don't. Yeah. So it's business.
It's business. But it depends on whether or not
dirty business.
It depends on whether or not Amon-Ra got us a Super Bowl.
Injury. No, Barry didn't get us to one. They took his.
I'm saying
Calvin didn't get us to one. They took his.
Got it. But I think the tide would be a little different if you going after a Super Bowl winner, saying give us our money back. So it's not injuries that.
Well, you retire. You retire.
It's all of it. Yeah. Right? It's injuries, it's retirement. But all of it, to me, it all plays a role. Your career and what you did for the organization and wins and losses matter in situations like this. That's all I'm saying.
All right, man. Well,
moving on.
Now where we do that at?
Right. We do that.
So going back to the Duke game, how is it that Dan Hurley can headbutt an official and nothing happened to him? With his jacket half on his shoulder, looking like a Jersey thug, straight from a bar fight, headbutt the official. And I don't know about y'all. I haven't heard anything about it since then. No suspension, no fine, no nothing. Dan Hurley gets to coach in the Final Four in a couple of days. No questions asked. It's done. I don't think a reporter even asked him a question. I haven't seen it. He headbutts an official after they. I mean, great win. Great shot.
I gotta disagree with you, but go ahead.
But how is it that nothing happens to this guy? What are we doing?
Well, let me put it like this. Who can I? We got a guy who run our country who does whatever he want to do. Don't nobody questioning. Everybody scared of it. I ain't saying they scared of Hurley, but I'm just saying. Moving on.
So listen. So I'm gonna disagree a couple of things. So his jacket was off the shoulder. It was,
but he had an off the shoulder blouse.
That was all the excitement of the event. Assistant coach grabbed me. Mm-hmm. The headbutt. Was it a true headbutt? The angle made it look like that. I kind of think they just got nose to nose.
Is it okay to get nose to nose with an official?
I don't know
that.
I don't know what that situation was and why the
so is there any situation
so the official
where a head coach can get nose to nose with an official and there be no call, no fine, no nothing? So
did the official? What I thought happened that the official came over and said, "Hey, we're putting another point second on the clock. It's going to be 0.4." And him and Hurley is in a conversation that has happened to be this close with the excitement of everything going. The place was electric. I got to hear this conversation, which you're putting what on the clock, and they got nose to nose. I don't think it was a headbutt. I don't think it was a headbutt, man. They're gonna show it again. We'll see it. One shining moment. We'll see all that. They'll show it again. I don't think it was a true
But
hit,
your point is, are you saying what? He shouldn't be able to coach it.
I think he invaded the official space.
I thought there should be something said of it. Like I'm not trying to snitch. Like I'm not suggesting that something should but I'm questioning whether or not there is some sort of double standard.
So you saying if that was Hubert Davis or
Juwan Howard,
Juwan Howard would have slapped him. You know, he good for slapping people.
I'm from Chicago.
But you right, exactly. Southside.
Block.
But I get your point.
What are we doing, man?
What are we doing?
On, man.
I mean, this guy that won back-to-back national championships at one time. The Hurley name.
He get a pass?
Hey, man, that's the way of the world, man.
I think that was the heat of the moment.
That's the way.
I'm going to chalk that up to the heat of the moment.
All right.
Look, I was looking at a video the other day of Marshall Manning. You know who that is?
Yeah, that's Eli. Is that Eli's son or Peyton's son?
That's Peyton's son.
Peyton's son, yeah.
8th grader. Already ranked like 4-star. We 5'9".
5-0, 100
Dropping back. Same mannerisms as his dad. You know, play action. Throwing rockets, missiles.
At 5'9".
So what's your point?
It's the name. Hurley. Man, he's going to be good. Don't get me wrong. But
he in 8th grade, bro.
Hopefully he hit a growth
don't matter.
Spurt. Hopefully he hit a growth
It's
spurt.
the name.
At 5'9", he got to hit a growth spurt.
He hit one.
Okay.
His uncle, what? 6'3". Archie about 6'3". His dad probably the shortest of them all. I mean, Arch over in Texas, he like 6'3".
He gets 6'2".
You know, but I say all that to say, back to the Hurleys, is the Hurleys. It's tradition.
So
it's
we don't
basketball.
say none of them.
So in the heat of the
battle,
I think
we don't say none of them. You let that go. You let it ride.
I let not a headbutt, but just the nose to nose conversation that happened. I think you got to let that one.
All right, Hurleys, man. Only Hurleys we got here in the city of Detroit is the dog and cat veterinarian over there on Livernois. And they own that.
I was like, how do you know that?
I took my dog there.
How do you know that?
And you got to do your homework.
I guess so.
All right, well let's get this out the way so we can get to the therapy session for the day.
A little bit therapeutic. Let's get some.
All right, Final Four set: Michigan, Arizona on one side, and Illinois and UConn on the other side. What are your predictions? I got UConn and Arizona in the final, and I got Arizona winning it all. I called it in the beginning. I think Arizona's the best team left. They can do it outside in. They got size. They got shooting. They got great point guard, great guard play in Arizona. Shoot the blood out the ball. You know, a team that's just ready and primed to win it all. I don't know that Michigan will have enough. I think Arizona's a little bit deeper than Michigan is.
Are they older as well?
And when it comes, I don't know. I think Michigan may be the older team.
Older team. Okay.
I think Michigan's starting five is just as good as Arizona's. But I think once you start going to that bench and getting guys off, I think, you know, Arizona is that's where their edge is. I just foresee Arizona winning it all. I think it's theirs to lose. I don't think UConn has enough. It took a miracle to get them to this point. They'll mop Illinois on Saturday. They'll mop them.
You talking about
UConn? UConn. They'll be in the final game with a chance, but I think it's Arizona's to lose.
I kind of agree with you. I had Arizona in one of my brackets. I had Duke in the other one.
Two brackets?
Yeah, 2 brackets. Yeah. I had Arizona playing actually playing Duke in the national championship game. But the Duke bracket was my favorite bracket, which they're out of it now. But to your point, I like Arizona at this point in time. Like you said, they do it all. They good guard play, good depth. I think it's going to be Arizona, UConn. I give UConn a chance because they've been there before. They got a championship coach. They got a player on that team that's won 2 championships.
Yep.
So You can't look past that. They've been there. They've been in the big dance. At least one player on that roster has. The coach has also. But I think, to your point, Honcho, I think Arizona might just have a little bit too much. Michigan, too, like you said, depth. I love the young boy Trey McKinney. Also, although I think that football will be his go-to if he ever want to make some real money. I don't think he's going to be that type of player on the next level at 6'4", 6'5", score or two guard or even a point guard in the NBA. But hopefully he gets the chance. But back to the topic, I like Arizona to win it all.
So devil's advocate over here. And I do like UConn to win this game on the court. However, Illinois, the championship is in Indianapolis. Illinois is going to have a bunch of people there. Now, UConn has a great following. We know that as far as fans. So I still think it's going to be more of a home game for Illinois. And the reason I say that is, and we'll probably touch on this just a bit down after this topic, what have you. Who does UConn really follow? Are they following the men? Or are they going to go over here and follow Gino? Because that same weekend, you can't be in two places at one time. So I don't know if UConn is going to have the fan following that we think they are. I think Illinois is going to pack Indianapolis. And I think that can be the kind of equalizer of the fan play. Now, when you get to the late game, Michigan, we're closer to Indianapolis. Michigan is going to have a big fan following there. Arizona as well. So I think that's going to equal out, and it's going to come down to the talent on the floor. But as far as the fandom, Illinois is going to pack that joint, man.
Yeah, but they're going to need more people. Because
more the people that just
they're going to need more people.
Okay.
I mean, it's Illinois hadn't been to the Final Four since, 03? D. Brown and Darren Williams and all of them. They had a great team that year, by the way. But I just don't see a team that, was decent in the Big Ten and has some really good signature wins going up against a team that's proven, like a UConn, well coached, been there, done that, won on a miracle play. So they got a little bit momentum going into this game too. So I don't think the fandom is really going to play that much of a role in the UConn game. By the way, I think, shouts out to Trey McKinney. He's staying at Michigan next year.
Yeah.
He's going to have an opportunity to show us how good he can be in college and at the next level. Ball's going to be in his hands. A lot of those guys are leaving. They'll probably have a new 5 coming in next year.
I know they signed a 5-star.
Signed a 5-star.
7-footer, huh?
But Trey, because he's been in a program, he's been in Dusty May's system, he's going to have a real opportunity to really showcase his talents and his abilities. I think he's an NBA guy. Coming out of the state in that 2025 class, depending on who you talk to, some had Darius Acuff at the top. Some had Trey McKinney.
We got to talk about Acuff one day.
So it's just, one or two.
1 and 1A.
Yeah. I mean, and so, the talent is real. His ability is real. I think his skill level does translate to the NBA. I sort of see him as a, depending on how committed he's going to be to getting his body where it needs to be able to, to match up with 2 guards and some threes in the NBA. I think he's going to have a real chance and a real opportunity to be a really good NBA player.
And he's coming back.
Yeah, and he's coming back. And I was just about to mention that as it pertains to, I remember when his NIL package, they had talked about him as a freshman. I think he was getting $200,000 this year, his NIL deal. So obviously that's going to go up to keep him. Segue a little bit to what's going on at UAD. I know a couple of players over there probably up out of their NIL deals, like you said, whether it's Division 1 or 2.
Yeah, it's just
Division 2 like to pay. They pay.
Man, this is the sign of the times.
It's pay to play.
Sign of the times. Pay to play now.
University of Kansas, they're trying to keep their budget afloat. They're gonna have to eliminate some programs because they're paying so many players on the football team NIL money, and now it's other outside entities that's paying players for the sport they play.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Man, my son came out at that. He did get a taste of some NIL. They backtracked all the way down to 2016.
Okay.
Which was like his last 2 years at Ohio State. So they cut him a check for a small amount. But hey, anything is, like my uncle said, oatmeal is better than no meal. Shout out to my uncle that living in the Philippines. He said that the other day. We was talking about something. He was like, hey, man, oatmeal is better than no meal. I said, you know what?
He got to be from Mississippi.
No, he from Detroit. Southwest Detroit, matter of fact. Shout out to SWD, man. But yeah.
It's the same thing as Mississippi, right? Southwest Detroit.
Well, you got to go back to Rouge and E-Course to do that. Yeah.
Man, especially with the NIL, man.
Right.
I can imagine me walking into Coach Rob at Tennessee State saying, hey, Coach Kada over at Southern said, he'll give me some money to come on over there. Man, Coach Rob would have gave me $100 and said, here's your bus ticket.
Go get your money.
Go get your money.
Shout out to Coach Rob.
Oh, man. He said, they pay. What you want? 520s or you want a C note? Give me the 520s. So, here you go. Go get your money.
Go on get your money, man. Go on get your money, man. Go where you celebrate and not tolerate.
Right, exactly.
So speaking of UConn, man, real quick. So the head coach on the women's side at Syracuse was in the news when they got eliminated by UConn women, who I think are also poised to make it to another championship game. Should be an interesting Final Four on the women's side out there in Texas too.
We've seen this Final Four before.
We've seen this before.
Last year.
Yeah, we've seen this
same
before.
Final Four.
Wow.
Yeah, and the funny part about it is I don't think I'm tired of seeing it.
No. It's competitive, below the rim basketball.
Man,
you got to run plays.
Yeah, it's good.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
You got to rebound. You got to score.
Yep.
You got to shoot the three.
Love that women's game, man.
The game, I'm not tired of seeing this game. I want to see it again. But anyway, Syracuse coach, women's coach was a little upset that every year they got to go through UConn again to try to make it out the first round, second round of the NCAA tournament.
Wow.
Bad draw for them.
Again.
But it's the NCAA draw.
Right.
And so, do you think things should be changed in a way to allow for teams, particularly that come from the same conference, an opportunity to be matched up with teams that aren't in their conference, that they may have a better shot of winning?
So the way I think they do it, and just looking at it over the years, they try to also do proximity to where you are.
Yeah, because
so I think
they're home games. They're home games.
So,
right.
So you kind of fall in line, and Syracuse, Connecticut, not far away from one another. So they end up falling in that type of line all the time.
Yep.
I see her point, but I think if you ask her, do you want to send you out west?
She might say yes.
She may say yes.
Oh,
now.
she definitely gonna say yes.
But is that what is good for the school, the money wise and all that? So I think the NCAA tries to keep, people in proximity so the expenses can be low. Although they can cut whatever check they want to cut.
Yeah.
They can really do that. So, I mean, I feel her pain. It's just, I feel her pain.
I ain't going. I mean, it's a luck of the draw, man.
I feel her
beat them. Beat them.
That's what I'm like. Be better, do better.
So
beat them.
With that being said, South Carolina is on the side of UConn now.
She got to face Gino.
Again.
Beat them.
Had they beat Texas in the SEC championship, they would have put them on separate side.
Maybe. But beat them.
Here's my thing.
Look at two examples real quick. Michigan and Arizona are probably the two best teams left. They're playing each other in the semifinals.
Right.
Local. Cass and King play every year in the district final.
I get you. I give you that.
Every single year. You just gotta win.
Yeah. I get you.
Ain't no running from it will not save you.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to beat them.
And my thing is this, with the coach from Syracuse. She said something that I was like, oh, she said, well, when my team came out for shoot around, they looking at the Raptors. She said, basically, we already knew we had lost.
Bad coaching.
Bad coaching.
So
bad coaching.
Bad preparation.
Bad preparation.
I don't think she should have even put that out there.
Right, exactly. Your message in the locker room to your kids is like, hey, we about to make history.
That's it.
We about to upset UConn at that spot.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
And we moving on.
Yeah.
They didn't recruit y'all. They didn't want y'all. You got to motivate these kids to come out there and upset the world.
Problem is she ran out of a message. She ain't had that.
Well, that's why you have a great assistant coach. Like I seen Don Staley got a great assistant coach.
Mm-hmm.
The sister, I forgot her name, but Don Staley talked. But her assistant coach, when she get up on that board and they start motivating before the game start,
Own it.
own it,
Mm-hmm.
Own it.
own it.
Yeah.
And so you got to be ready to run through a wall. Coach Hoskins, you run through a wall for him.
Yeah.
I ran through a wall for Coach Dozier, all because I was a knucklehead kid, but what he said meant something to me. My baseball coach, Coach Mark Greenwood, Coach Hill, Coach Stu, you know, they said things that motivated you. You went out there, you wanted to play hard. We knew when we played for it. Did we think we was going to win the game? Yeah. Did we win the game? No. But we went out there with the intent.
The intent to do it.
We're going to beat these guys. And we tired of losing to these guys.
Yeah, man.
You got to have that mentality.
Yeah. You have to. You have to.
Well, one of these years, she's going to have the shit to get off the pot because
basically
she's going to end up in that bracket
again.
Beat them. Beat them.
You got to beat them.
You got to beat them. You got to beat them.
So, back on the couch, in the therapy session,
right?
Our man Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods.
Another
Tiger Woozy.
Tiger Woods.
We're going to start calling him Tiger Woozy.
Tiger Woozy.
He's woozy.
Tiger Woozy.
Another
Tiger
DUI, another accident. Thank God he didn't hurt himself or hurt anybody else again.
Got 50 years old. You can't lose a legend at 50.
But pulled over under the influence in Florida, close to his home. Man, they say he may not have been. It may not have been alcohol, but he had some pills, prescription pills, in his system and on his person that impaired his ability to make quality decisions behind the wheel. So here we are. I mean, Tiger Woods once again. He was primed and ready to start to compete again.
Yeah, the Masters, right?
In the Masters. That's not going to happen at this point. Latest news is that he's going to check himself into a rehab facility, which I applaud him for doing that.
Too, though.
Out of the country, which is probably the best decision that he can make to get himself together.
As long as they don't let him fly the private plane.
Right. But just getting back to and we all obviously we know what Tiger's legacy is.
Yeah.
I mean,
great player, man. Great.
One of the greatest, if not the greatest.
If not the greatest.
Golfer of all time. But what does this do to his legacy?
For me, it does nothing. Yeah, I know the greatness that he did as far as on the golf court. Golf course, not court. To me, he's still one of the greatest to ever do it. His personal life is troubling. It's troubling. Where it went wrong, I don't know. And when you high profile like that, anything you do, you sneeze and sneeze too hard and don't cover your mouth. It's on TMZ. So.
And don't have a speckle of blood come out your nose.
Oh Lord, you're about to die.
Yeah.
So it does nothing for me, man. I let these guys live and let live. But like I say, I know what he's done. I know what he's done for golf. I know what he's done for African Americans in golf. It's the reason why guys pick up the clubs nowadays.
There are thousands of guys who picked up golf clubs
because of that.
Because of Tiger.
So, his legacy will live on, man. We just wish him the best. Wish he get the help that he needs. get the driver that he needs to get him around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do.
I applied.
You apply. Yeah, I want to send a resume.
Don't know if they don't accept my
If I can find it.
Yeah.
If I can send it to Jupiter, Florida, I would too, man. But just get the help you need. And the spotlight is so bright on a guy like this. So I just hope and, he's raising kids. And, Charlie's going to be a hell of a golfer. Mm-hmm. I'm just hoping, he doesn't have to answer all these questions. And we know how the media is. They're going to pry. Let Charlie be Charlie. Let Dad be Dad. You know what I'm saying? And let's just, go from there and just wish him well. That's where I'm at with it. But as far as his legacy, he's one of the greatest golfers that I've ever seen. Probably one of the worst drivers I've ever seen. So that's the legacy for
under
me.
The influence. and you're a great driver under the influence.
I get to where I got to
go. And not a driver of the golf ball.
Right. The bowling ball. But my thinking, I kind of want to piggyback off of A game. Legacy-wise, one of the greatest to ever do it, next to the Golden Bear and some others. When you're a great athlete like that, you have other guys who have similar situations off the court, off the field, and Michael Jordan had his issues as far as gambling and stuff like that. Kobe Bryant had his issues, the things that happened back in the day as far as the Denver situation, stuff like that. So you're going to have athletes and situations like that, but at the end of the day, we all human. We all make mistakes. We all do things that sometimes out of character. But on the field, you can't question Tiger Woods' ability, his integrity to the game, his work ethic towards the game. To A game's point, I just hope he goes to wherever he's going, whatever facility he's going to, get some help, and be able to live out the rest of his life comfortably and give back more knowledge to the game and be a more positive attitude and positive person and role model moving forward. The guy only 50 years old.
Yeah.
So he still got another, hopefully, 20, 25, 30 years, to give to the game and to society.
Yeah, I think the best thing he could do is check himself into a facility, get right, get healthy, and get back to the game that he loves, and we love to see him play, even if it's on the senior tour at this point.
At this point.
I mean, I think when we look at his legacy, although what he did on the playing surface is going to speak for itself, I think there will be questions about his off the court, off the field, off the course stuff.
And it should be. I mean,
and he's going to have to answer to it.
It comes with it. Yeah, come with it.
Is it going to keep him from being, proclaimed as one of the greatest? I don't think that's going to happen, but it will be part of his legacy. He is something that's going to follow him probably for the rest of his life.
Well, somebody said something the other day, recently, like he got 15 majors and he got 3 DUIs, so he's tied with the Golden Bear.
With 18.
With 18.
Finally got his 18, yeah.
Oh, man. That's crazy right there.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, former Piston Jaden Ivey.
Oh, Lord.
We don't
want to talk about
God. We're still on the couch.
We can't talk about
We're still on the couch.
We're still on the couch.
We're still our therapy session.
Wow. Yeah.
So Jaden Ivey goes on a tirade. Mm-hmm. Former Piston, former Bull, maybe former NBA player. We don't know. Mm-hmm. Jury's still out on that. Goes off on a tirade on the NBA, Steph Curry, LeBron James, Michael Jordan.
Oh.
I saw something recently where he went off on Ann Edwards. I don't think anybody was left off this hit list of his. Talking about how the NBA promotes LGBTQIA+, the agenda. Talks about how Steph Curry isn't a real Christian. Goes on to talk about how poor decisions made by some of the greats in the game did not, end up the way that he did with losing his job. Talks about how unfair it is and, promoting his Christianity, what he thinks a good Christian is and should be. And you know, this is, for me, this is the first time that I've heard him speak this way on social media. I'm a bit concerned about his mental health.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to address his comments because his views are his views, and he's entitled to have his views. Mm-hmm. But I know he's been injured. He was a lottery pick. His career hasn't gone the way that I'm sure he'd like for it to go. He's been dealing with some injuries with the Pistons. Now he's, dealing with some injuries with the Bulls. He's not that 18-5 guy that he was 2-3 years ago. And I'm sure all of that plays a part in it. Mm-hmm. But it looks to me like this young man needs some help.
Yeah, and I think we talked about it off air before we, came on the couch. I think you mentioned the A game. Free speech is not free speech. It can damage your career. It can damage your reputation. Young man like that, somewhere along the line, he got sidetracked. Because coming out of Purdue, he was, from what I read, solid citizen, great background, great parents. Of course, his mom is the head coach at Notre Dame, was a great basketball player. So we have to really start looking into like that mental health issue. I hope that young man seeks some type of mental health, talk to somebody in mental health to get him back on the right track. And hopefully, I don't know if he'll be back in the NBA one day soon, but just live a productive life. Yeah. At this point, you just want to live a productive life. And if things fall the way they should fall, maybe be back in the NBA. If not, just hopefully this guy come back mentally strong.
So he went at some guys.
The guys.
Not
just some guy. The guys.
Listen, everybody can't 50 Cent.
Right.
You just can't just do that.
You just can't do that. Right.
You just can't do that.
Right.
So it's definitely something.
First, to do that, you got to have a bunch of money.
You got to be,
and don't have to worry about nothing else the rest of your life. Right. Exactly.
So yeah. He took the 50 Cent route, man, and he shouldn't have.
Well, 50 Cent go a little bit petty.
But
I like 50.
But he only 50 can do it.
Right.
But my point being to that, man, is that he, everything that you feel don't need to be said socially. We definitely live in a different world. It might be guys that back before the social media, before the 09, 08, before Facebook really took off, things like that might have these same views, but we never knew. Mm-hmm. That's because you don't get out here talking about it like that. Something's wrong. A switch then got flipped. Because this wasn't the guy that was drafted. Mentally, he wasn't coming. He wouldn't have got drafted by the Pistons having these views, talking this talk.
I agree with you in principle. I think that he's from what I remember, he's been a devout Christian for some time. I think that he may have had some moments of, one foot in, one foot out type situation. But for me, I'm looking a bit beyond his views, and look, his Christianity is Christianity.
Yeah.
When it comes to the LGBTQ community, the NBA has made it a point to be an inclusive organization to where they celebrate and honor culturally.
As well as they have to.
You know what I mean? They have African American, month. They do things for Black History Month. They do things for Hispanic Heritage Month.
Cancer awareness, all that.
They do all of that. They're a global organization that has fans from all walks of life that they try to honor those fans in a way and celebrating cultures. And LGBTQ is no different.
And they should.
And as they have chosen to do, and this is that. But I think one of the things that is lost in this, and I'll ask this question, were the Bulls right in releasing them? One of the things that's lost in this is you can have your views. Freedom of speech is a thing. but it's not free. It comes with a consequence.
Mhm.
And when you're an employee, that consequence could cost you your job.
Right.
And it cost him his job.
Right.
So do you all think that the Bulls did the right thing in releasing Jaden Ivey?
I think they did the right thing in releasing Jaden Ivey. Freedom of speech has its consequences. My job the same way. If I go up to University of Detroit Mercy and start spewing, if you want to call it that, negative things, racial things, yeah, my employee has a right to terminate me, period.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to be careful what you say, how you say it. A friend of mine told me the other day, guy was having problems at a school. He said some curse words at a kid. In this day and time, you can't do that. And he's no longer is employed at that school. I'm not saying he lost his job, but they removed him from the situation. So you got to be careful what you say, how you say it, and when you say it.
So I think the Bulls also covered themselves because of the injuries that he's had, the production that listen.
Yeah.
If he was 28,
they were looking for a way. Just give me a way out.
He did him a favor.
He did him a favor,
if he was
right?
28 and 8, he wouldn't have been going.
They did the Bulls a favor.
You know what I'm saying?
He did the Bulls a favor.
Right. Yeah. Because he didn't play that many games with them. I think he played 4.
He didn't play many. So he did him a favor, as you just said. So that's where I'm at with that. You know, the Bulls was looking for a reason. They got it. They had the injury thing already in their back pocket. But now we can put that out there and we can use that. Yeah, listen, we don't agree with what he said. That's his own views. But
so let me ask you this. And it's just a hypothetical. Because I know KD get into it with fans all the time, sometimes being disrespectful. Let's say somebody hollering at KD and he can tell they homosexual. And he say, "Oh, sit your gay ass down." Do he get released from Houston?
No, what he averaging? 28?
I'm just saying, that's to your point. What happened? What happened to KD? Does he get released? Maybe suspended?
He gets disciplined.
Yeah.
And he gets to play again. Because he's 25, 6, and 5.
He's top 75.
He's top 75 in the league.
And all of that, yeah.
And he's what, number 12?
Number 10. You know, I think he's top 10
on
now.
The all-time list.
Yeah. So he get a pass.
And that's just what
society.
Look,
that's just what it is.
Don't blame me.
Right.
This is just what it is.
What it is. Exactly what it is.
Being great at something affords you more opportunities than those who are not.
Yeah.
And look at Tiger Woods' situation. We just talked about it.
Right.
Some players, golfers, one DUI, 2 DUI, you out, you gone.
You done.
Accidents like that, you gone.
Right.
Because you're not, you're
not accomplished. You're right.
You're not 65, 63, 62, 69,
on the course.
Masters, 15 wins. You're not that.
It's different.
Yeah.
You get certain perks because you are, your ability allows you to get certain perks. Good, bad, or indifferent is the way it is.
Yep.
Any shouts out before we go?
I don't have a lot of shout outs, man. Once again, let me give my wife a shout out, man. She having she doing great with her candle business. Sunshine handcrafted candles.
We need some candles in here.
We need some candles to heat it up a little bit. And some incense. But shout out to my wife, Stephanie Webb. Sunshine handcrafted candles. She local pop-up. She doing everything. Detroit when that pop up. So just support the Webb family. I'll be out this weekend, whether y'all know it or not, on the golf cart. Downtown, shuffling people around, man. Yeah. I got it to going. So when you see the golf cart, it's going to say Q Rides. Hop on the golf cart, man. I'll take you anywhere you want to go. By Tiger Stadium or Ford Field, all of that.
Man,
you're there.
Real quick from me, shout out to the 9 Souls of Sacrifice celebrating 21
We got 20
in Omega.
Man, 21, man. 21, man.
Shout out to our Pro Fights Gen 9 celebrating 25.
Wow.
In a couple of days.
In a couple of days, man. Shout out to my dean, too, Danny Coleman, man. Thanks for bringing us through this great fraternity, man. And Yeah, I don't understand all this denouncing and stuff, but that's another topic.
Yeah, we talk.
We
We
get on
talk.
that another day. Yeah.
What you got, Jess?
Hey man, shout out to my boy Ricky Williams, man, better known in Henry Ford Circle as Train.
Oh, trust me, I know about Train.
Listen, man, quick.
Number 8.
Yeah, number 8.
Yeah.
Listen, freshman year, you know how legends get built, and you start talking, and the fish story gets bigger and better.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It might not be all the way correct.
The older we get, the better we used to be.
Right.
Train was that deal, man. Story I like to tell guys. I was like, man, how good was Train? I said, let me tell you. In his freshman year, when Coach Joe Hoskins, the great, rest in peace,
Coach Joe.
Coach Joe Hoskins. When they did the defensive players, they just did the 10. They didn't put Train on the board. Just did 10. Y'all do this. This your assignment. This your assignment. This your assignment. Train like, what should I do? Son, just go get the man with the ball.
Right.
That's what he did. And then by the time he came junior, senior, he was running the defense at middle linebacker. Man, if he was 5 yards off the ball, you was only guaranteed one yard.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if he was 4 yards off the ball, you wasn't getting nothing. He was covering sideline to sideline within 4 yards. The whole
University of Minnesota, right?
University of Minnesota.
Yep,
Still down in Minnesota, man.
Yep.
Trying to get me to come down there, but it's too cold.
I got one more shout out. I got one more shout out since we was doing family. Shout out to my daughter, Jasmine Webb, doing great with her hair salon, JC Glam. You can find her on Instagram, Facebook, and all of that, man. She's doing great with the hair extensions and stuff like that. So shout out to Jasmine.
Man, they're gonna have to start buying some sponsorship time, man.
Hey,
a lot
man,
of time for the Webb family on the show, man. They gotta start contributing.
That
in
is
some way,
true. That
man.
is true.
We'll be sending a bill.
Cash at me.
Invoices in the mail.
Right.
It's been another episode of the Brown Couch Bros, man, and we are out of here.
A lot of fun, baby.
Peace.